What's your name and what do you have here?
My name's Tobias Drury. I'm with Geek Chic, and we have a 42-inch multi-touch coffee table format gaming surface.
Okay. So let's look at it here.
What we're running here is Map Tools. This is an open source application. We can move tokens around, either attached to a grid or a hex, or you can actually use freeform movement, such as this. Where it shows you the distance moved but doesn't actually lock you into your grid or your hex. Map Tools calculates lights, so you can see that this gentleman here is carrying a light source. He's got a sun rod, and this is a D&D game, so he's got a 60-foot spread of his vision. If we select somebody who doesn't have a light source, you can see that it calculates where they can't see and where the shadow from the light source is, so you have a visual occlusion. Here's somebody over here with a 50-foot torch standing next to somebody with a candle. You can see the candle has the natural light and then low light, the dim illumination after that.
For the effect of going outside, yeah.
This token is set up to demonstrate facing. Right now, this character is told to be facing that way. Where we're headed is using these little markers. We're going to be able to handle putting down a miniature that'll belong to a specific token, and rotating it will change your facing.
Okay.
When using it just as a navigation tool, zooming in and out through multi-touch events, and being able to move an entire map around. So you can avoid redraw, you can have vast spaces, and it allows for any kind of map.
Okay.
Science fiction, fantasy.
And not just a two-dimensional dungeon crawl.
Yeah, not just two-dimensional grids.
Okay. So what kind of, so tell me more about the table and how this all mixed together.
So the table itself is running open source software for computer vision. This is Community Core Vision from Natural User Interface Group. It's a community I belong to, and we've been developing multi-touch software for some time. So you can see that I'm actually tracking many events here.
Okay.
And you can have, with this system, we've been able to capture up to about 12,000 events before it starts to show any sort of lag.
Okay.
So that's a tremendous number of individual multi-touch events. This version is a build by one of our community members named Emmett, who is adding in fiducial tracker. That's what we're doing for the objects.
Okay.
I'm testing
the glyph tracking.
Yep, the glyph tracking. So it's an IR, it's a DSI setup with diffuse surface illumination. So it's bringing in infrared light from the perimeter and projecting it upward in a 90-degree in an even fill, and that's how we're actually seeing the infrared light.
Okay.
So there's a rear projection system underneath, and then a camera underneath, and all of that looks upwards and sees the vision.
You show me that water thing, just to demonstrate the...
So the system itself, because currently I am running under Windows, is Microsoft Surface compatible, so I can actually run Microsoft Surface software on this, such as this. And so you can see the multi-touch events, and the backdrop in this case is just a map that we drew.
Yeah.
Oh no problem. Feel free. Dig right in.
And chase the fish.
And if you leave a touch event on here long enough, the fish will actually come and investigate, and then you can scare them away or try to catch them. No, just go and use the pads. With this bright light, we have a hard time seeing the tips of your fingers, so just drag your finger pads over instead. And go and touch it. Don't be shy. It won't bite.
All right, so here's the scary part. What does this table go for?
So
right now?
This is a prototype of the table that we're building. As I said, it's called the Locus.
The Locus.
L-O-C-U-S, and we're looking at about $7,000 for the build as you see it.
Okay.
And each piece is custom built.
And that's for the hardware, software, table, everything.
Hardware, software, table. The beautiful hardwood casement and.
By Geek Chic, by the way.
Yeah, by Geek Chic.
So I can get a shot of it.
And so you can actually, this table actually has a surface that inlays, so you have a felt top surface or a bamboo surface that goes over the
Right, which is kind of what the other tables, the Spartans and some of the ones over there use,
And then you also have this rail system for adding components such as
that's built into the table, right? Yeah.
This is actually just attached. These things
with a cup holder.
They come in and out.
Okay.
So you don't have to leave them attached. This is just a desk that comes on and off.
Okay. So it's actually attached to that, yeah.
That's right. So when you're not using it, if you just want to have it as a coffee table, you take off the components, store them, put the surface over it, and you've got a beautiful piece.
And you can cover it all up, and you've got your regular dining room table back. Yeah.
And the final production build will actually have a sealant around the interior perimeter, so it'll be
In case for water damage or something like that.
Water, soda, various things like that.
Now tell me about integrating into something bigger, like say something over there like a Spartan, a 4x6, or
So
something bigger than
first,
that.
which is that we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
This is the first time this convention that this hardware has met Geek Chic furniture, and this is the smallest table that I can build with the specs I've designed.
Okay.
So
this is no smaller than this, but definitely bigger if possible.
But bringing this into a larger surface shouldn't be a problem. We need to get into dealing with multiple cameras, but once you get into multiple cameras, it's just a matter of getting your video stitching to work properly.
Okay. Because I know a lot of people are asking about, can you get it to something bigger, like something like that over there? And hey, so well, if we want more information, where do we go?
You go to Geek Chic, geekchic.com.
See if we can get on all that. Okay.
And email sales at geekchic.
Okay.
At geekchic.com. I've only been working with them since Tuesday. I apologize for not knowing this off the top of my head.
That's fine. Well, thanks a lot. I wish you luck in this because I really like this table and I hope it becomes something really great.
If you are interested in more information, just contact them, ask about the Locus. They'll forward information to me or answer what they can on their own.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.